The kickoff for the match between Bastard Munchen and Ubers has been initiated by Kaiser, who passed the ball to Ness. Isagi is going full throttle straight away with his metavision. Ness is dribbling with the ball with Kaiser right beside him. Two Ubers defenders are coming at them, but Ness and Kaiser tiki-taka their way through. Kaiser lifts the ball up slightly while gauging distance with his hand and then suddenly bursts past Perron with a roulette through the right side. Nico and Drago are the next challengers for Kaiser's ball. Kaiser responds with a pass to Ness, but he jumps and lets the ball go through towards Grimm, and he dashes forward after that. Grimm now passes the ball into the box from the left side as Ness ran all the way upfield. But he was just bait, as the real target here was Michael Kaiser, as Nico is trying to intercept that before Kaiser can touch it. But that was of no use as the zombie defender bounces in to assist Nico and intercept that ball. He cut off the pass with pinpoint accuracy. People also call him Don Lorenzo, the Ace Eater. He has successfully stopped Kaiser from getting a chance to shoot in just one swift move. He's about to pass the ball up ahead to start off Uber's counterattack, but Kunigami tries to get in his way. It was of no use, though, as Lorenzo easily gets past Kunigami with his zombie-style passing him from the right side. Now Raichi tries to get in his way too, as he's challenging him for a duel. But Lorenzo is not intimidated in the slightest as he juggles with the ball to confuse Raichi. He's really having difficulty reading that. This is Don Lorenzo's football as he nutmegs Raichi and bursts past him. He has passed the ball to Sendao, and Sendao passed the ball back to Lorenzo in response, getting past Yukimiya in the process. Lorenzo is sending the field into a state of total confusion as he keeps on making meters towards Bastard Munchen's net, and he has reached the penalty area swiftly. Bastard Munchen really has to snatch that ball away now. Lorenzo gets in his stance ready to shoot, or so you'd think. It was a fake as the Bastard Munchen player makes a sliding Lorenzo jumps in the air. They're all very focused on stopping Lorenzo, but that leaves their defense in a vulnerable position as Lorenzo passes the ball to his right. That pass was meant for the egoist Baru Shui, but Isagi has seen through that as he denies that pass and snatches the ball away from him. He'll be gladly taking that. Bastard Munchen is about to turn on them now. In one swift move, he cuts off Uber's attack, and ahead he goes, initiating the counterattack. And of course, Corona is assisting him with his plays. They are plowing their way through the field now with their chemical reaction called Planet Hotline. Yukimiya doesn't quite like the way this is going, so he tries to snatch the ball away from isagiyoichi. But little did he know that Isagi has predicted that all right through his metavision as he halts his play using Yukimiya as bait while dashing to his right. It was so unpredictable that Yukimiya even bumped into Drago. He's going on ahead now. But Kaiser is taking note of Isagi's plays as he catches up to him in the hopes of linking up. Lorenzo thinks he's up to something, so he marks him neatly. Uber's first priority is slowing down their attack as much as possible, a defensive system designed to stop a quick counterattack. But Isagi's charging up to Nico instead, much to Nico's surprise, as Corona and Isagi already knew what they were up to. They're challenging them in a battle of speed. Isagi gets to the left side of Nico, but that was just a feint as he now dashes in between Aiku and Nico, slipping behind them. Corona now lob passes the ball to Isagi. Everything looks to be going smoothly. But now Ness is trying to get in his way. First Kaiser himself and now his pet dog, just amazing. So he presses his shoulder onto his core, trying to get him off balance, because he thinks that Isagi can only use the direct shot with his right foot. But Isagi does not seem flinched in the slightest as he's about to shoot, because he can shoot with his left foot as well. And it actually goes in, a lefty direct shot. Bastard Munchen takes the lead now. It's his first goal in the Neo-Egoist League. The game has restarted, and Baru initiated the kickoff with a pass to Sendao. Sendu passed the ball to Nico, Nico passed the ball to Drago, and Drago passed the ball to Perron. Sendu has the ball now as Baru is trying to get off the mark of the two Bastard Munchen defenders. Sendu is passing the ball now. It was aimed for Baru Shui as Birkenstock tries to press on him, but Isagi anticipated the pass course yet again, and Baru sends off the Ubers players to Isagi. This was all planned out by Ubers as Isagi is getting sandwiched from three sides now. Drago is pressing on him, getting Isagi slightly off balance. And because of that, Nico has an opening to steal the ball away from Isagi. Nico is initiating Uber's counterattack now, as the Uber's players are pushing upfield. Nico passes the ball to Sendu now, and Sendou passes the ball to Baru. Yukimiya is going to try to cut off Baru's shooting angle. Baru passes the ball to his left now, something that he wouldn't usually do though. It was meant for Nico, as he switches ball possession with Sendu. Because of all these circumstances, Gagamaru is left clueless on who has the ball now. It was Baru as he shoots the ball with his iconic curve shot past all the players to the right upper corner of the net. We now see how it happens. Either Sendu or Nico sneakily passed the ball back to Baru. And now, with Gagamaru's vision distorted because of all the players being in such close proximity. And due to that, he's let his guard down for a bit. But by that time, Baru has shot the ball to the right upper corner of the net. Gagamaru had no time to respond, and Baru Shui ties the game as the momentum shifts in Uber's favor. The thing that allows him to mass-produce his goals is the predator eye. We get into the third kickoff of the match now. Kaiser initiates it again, passing the ball to Ness. Ness passes it back to Kaiser with the back heel of his right foot, as Lorenzo is once again trying to get in Kaiser's way, begging for a 1v1. But Kaiser has no intention of doing him such a favor as he keeps attacking with Ness. He passes the ball to Ness, who is in front of Lorenzo right now. As he does, a back heel lob pass to Kaiser, which leaves Lorenzo impressed. But Ryu gets in the way as he jumps high into the air to head the ball away. It bounces off the ground and is going towards Don Lorenzo, and he's got Ness right behind him as well. But Isagi has seen through that with his metavision and intercepts that pass. But something that he didn't anticipate was Nico. The reason he got there in time was that Nico has acquired metavision as well, as he's telling Isagi that they are two birds of the same feather. Grim is about to throw the ball in as the game restarts. He throws the ball to Ness, but the Dark Horse Kunigami gets in his way and steals the ball from him. He's rushing towards Uber's goal now as the field is in complete chaos. Kunigami juggles the ball a bit and then gets past Perron with a dash to the right side. Nico can clearly see the field now as well. He is basically a confirmed metavision user. Kunigami fakes his shot and cuts in, but Isagi and Nico seem to have seen through it with their metavisions. But there's another guy who has seen through Kunigami's play, and it's Raichi Jingo, the Duel King. But Isagi is the last one to bite as he gets the loose ball. As he jumps over Kunigami's leg, he tells Nico that the way he uses his metavision is still second-rate. He gets down right now as Raichi is frustrated by him stealing his moment. There are only two defenders left right now as Corona is there to assist isagiyoichi. He passes the ball to Corona now, and Corona passes the ball over Ryu towards Isagi. But Oliver Aiku is trying to deny it now as he has caught up with these egoists. He has predicted Isagi's movements. He might as well have metavision too. Isagi is trying to trick Aiku that he still has an ace up his sleeve, which is the left direct shot. But it's only 40% of his right foot's power. And of course, Aiku is not falling for it, as we've seen his genius analytical skills in the U20 match. He saw right through Isagi's specs. Yukimiya is trying to assert himself now from the right side after seeing that Isagi is in a pinch. His positioning is very good, according to Isagi, so in response to Aiku, he passes the ball to Yukimiya. But Lorenzo gets in the way now, as he's marking Yukimiya tightly to intercept that pass. But there's someone else who has taken note of these developments as well. And that person is none other than Michael Kaiser, as he outreads Isagi's entire thought process. Isagi got metadated, and Kaiser is preparing to take a shot. But now Sendou is trying to get in the way of Kaiser. He makes a sliding tackle, but Kaiser sees it coming and jumps over it smoothly. Aiku is trying to cut off his shooting angle now. Ryu is coming in as well, but look at that. Kaiser sets off from the ground and uses Ryu's back to get himself in the air, and from that position, he's about to shoot the ball to the net. And he shoots the ball with his infamous Kaiser impact. It goes through Aiku's legs, bounces on the ground, and then bounces back up past the goalkeeper. Bastard Munchen is in the lead yet again as Kaiser scores. Can they keep up this momentum and finish Ubers off? Kaiser is this game's ultimate game changer. Sendou has gotten a cramp in his leg now, and Corona has gotten one as well in his right leg. Snuffy sees this as the right time to get into the game in order to turn this result around. Sendu gets subbed out in response. And of course, Noel Noah goes in as well in response, like he has done in the other matches as well. The battlefield enters its final stages as Snuffy and Noel Noah are about to face off against each other. And the person getting subbed out for him is Corona Ranza, which makes sense as he's overexhausted himself. Hiyori-kun is looking from the bench and gets hyped up by seeing Isagi play. Bastard Munchen is going with a new formation now, which is 4-4-2. Kaiser and Isagi both have 1 goal apiece now, so whoever scores the last goal wins. Ubers is going for a new formation now as well, which is going to be the 4-5-1 formation, as they restart the game and kick into high gear. Ubers has committed a lot of players forward this time around as Lorenzo passes the ball to Nico. Nico passes the ball back to Lorenzo. Lorenzo passes the ball back to Nico as they're going for a 1-2. Nico tries to pass the ball back again. Isagi has seen it coming as he's about to intercept the ball. But Snuffy gets there before Isagi and intercepts that pass instead. Just like the rumors said, you read the game well, Isagiyoichi, says Snuffy. His vision has gotten metadated again. But Noel Noah says that he's doing well. He's aiming to trap Snuffy with Isagi. Snuffy taps the ball in the air and passes the ball forward towards Don Lorenzo despite being sandwiched. Lorenzo passes to Nico now, and Ness is trying to stop their attack. Nico tells him that he took the bait and passes the ball to Snuffy. Snuffy now passes the ball in between Birkenstock and Yukimiya towards Baru Shui, and he receives the pass. He's about to shoot now, but Isagi and Kaiser saw it coming from a mile away. Isagi and Kaiser double-block Baru's shooting attempt. The egoists both fall on the ground now, and there is a loose ball because of it. The one who has gotten the loose ball is Mark Snuffy. Uber's attack is far from over. The second wave is coming now as Snuffy is rushing on ahead now. He passes the ball to Lorenzo, and Lorenzo passes the ball to Drago. Drago is pushing upfield with the ball now as Raichi is marking Perron. But while everyone is moving to deal with the cross, Snuffy is slipping through their blind spots. Drago notices that and passes high in response. But Michael Kaiser gets there on time. Is that enough to deny Mark Snuffy from getting the ball? It's not as Snuffy jumps up to head the ball away from Kaiser. The ball went to Nico, and Noel Noah is pressing him. In this situation, Nico uses a back heel pass aimed at Baru, and Isagi has anticipated it yet again, denying Baru's shot for the 4th time this match as the ball is going out of bounds. The only reason that Bastard Munchen is still holding on is only because Noel Noah, Kaiser, and Isagi can read their attacks. Isagiyoichi goes up to Raichi now as Isagi thinks that he is the missing piece. Isagi comes up with a plan. How will it turn out? Drago throws in. The ball is going to Nico, and Nico passes the ball back to Drago. Drago passes the ball to Lorenzo, and Mark Snuffy is pushing up with him as well. Raichi gets in Snuffy's face now as he's trying to hamper him. When Isagi and Raichi were talking, Isagi told Raichi to man-mark Snuffy. But it's different from your typical man-marking as it's only limited to an area of a 2-meter radius half-circle. Isagi calls it protractor man-marking. Raichi agreed with his idea and is trying to stay within that 2-meter radius in response. Lorenzo passes the ball to his right now. It went to Mark Snuffy. Now let's see if Isagi's idea has some merit. Using Raichi as a sacrificial piece. Snuffy moves in now, jiggles with the ball, and tries to get past Raichi from his left. But Raichi is actually keeping up with it. He is being as irritating and annoying as possible to Snuffy. With Raichi constantly in Snuffy's face, he is limiting a lot of his options. If they have to consider a ton of options, it's impossible to predict the future. But if Raichi can limit even 1 or 2 of his options, then the number of attacking patterns Snuffy can use will decrease. Snuffy passed the ball to Drago. Drago passes the ball to Perron. Perron passes the ball to Nico, and he moves up now. He's trying to pass to Lorenzo, but Isagi predicts one of their passes again. He really is on a roll here. But of course, Aiku has to interrupt the fun and steals the ball away from Isagi. In case Snuffy is man-marked, it's his job to recover the loose balls. As he's passing the ball forward, a vertical pass that goes through Ness's legs straight to Baru. Baru is about to shoot now as Gagamaru Gin is preparing for it. Gagamaru gets in a flow state and Baru is about to shoot the ball. Baru uses a chop feint again and Brim misses his sliding. Birkenstock is trying to catch up now. Baru tries to use his to hide shooting motion, but Gagamaru doesn't fall for it this time as Baru also has a lot less cover to go off with compared to his previous attempt. He's diving for it confidently, and he catches the ball. The tables have turned now. It's Bastard Munchen on the counterattack. Gagamaru passes the ball far away towards the egoist Isagiyoichi. They are on the counterattack now. Noel Noah and Yukimiya are moving with him as well. He's going to try to find the quickest path to the goal as he passes the ball to Noel Noah. Noel Noah gets to Nico's left side and dashes forward. Aiku is trying to put a stop to him with a sliding, but Noel Noah taps it away. Noel Noah and Aiku both fell to the ground, and Isagi has received the ball. He's passing to Yukimiya now. There's just 30 meters left to the goal. Yukimita is jiggling the ball around now, and Isagi tries to break free from Ryu. He wants Yukimiya to sense it and pass the ball. So Yukimiya passes the ball towards him in a lob pass. Snuffy is getting close to Isagi now. This is looking dangerous. The play might be too slow. Snuffy indeed rushes on towards the egoist Isagiyoichi and intercepts the ball with a header. That pass of Yukimiya didn't align with Isagi's vision. Snuffy is showing his versatility and skillfully shuts down Bastard Munchen their attack. And for the third time, Ubers is on the counter. Snuffy's pass is going to Nico, and the Ubers guys run up ahead in this highly coordinated counterattack. Isagi feels like he really has to stop them now. He's running up back towards the defensive line to show his world-class ideas to the world. That play with Yukimiya wasn't enough as he couldn't reproduce that. Nico passes the ball to Lorenzo, and Lorenzo passes the ball to Aiku. The final pass is going to Baru. He's going to try and score again, and up he goes towards the penalty area. As they try to reproduce that first goal again through the use of Baru's Predator Eye and Gagamaru's blind spots. But Isagi is not particularly thinking about letting this one slip, as he tries intercepting the ball away from Baru again. But Baru has seen through it as he cuts back at the last moment and goes to the right. He tells Snuffy that if he were to shoot it according to his design, Isagi would have blocked it. It's literally the fourth time that Isagi has done so, and Baru has had enough of it. He reckons that it's about time for him to terminate their agreement. Baru is pushing up once again without following Snuffy's plans. Ness tries to intercept the ball through a sliding, but Baru Rabonas the ball over him. Kunigami and Grim are pushing up towards Baru now. He's passing the ball away and tells Snuffy that with his stupid tactics, there's no way in hell that he'll be able to beat Isagiyoichi. As he's passing the ball to Aiku, and Aiku passes the ball to Nico. Baru has now hijacked the highly organized and disciplined Ubers team. Lorenzo passes the ball to Aiku, and Aiku passes the ball to Nico again. Nico passes the ball to Baru as he's looking to make that second goal any time now. So he uses another chop feint and tries to go in for a shot. But both Isagi and Kaiser anticipated it yet again. Are they going to be able to block the king off again? Baru has two options now, which are shooting near or shooting far post. If he gets the timing right, he can stop the shot. But he doesn't shoot. He cuts inside instead. Snuffy tells him what's wrong and wants him to shoot. He tells him that he won't be able to achieve anything if he's so over-reliant on his ego. Isagi and Kaiser catch up to Baru, and Baru is going to their right. It's a touch to set up his shot. He's about to shoot the ball. He shoots the ball as Isagi and Kaiser are ready to block off his shooting course. But the ball literally went in between both of their legs. He has aimed for the place where Kaiser and Isagi would overlap, an unreadable double nutmeg shot. The ball is going towards Snuffy, and Baru is telling him to move. So he lifts his leg up, letting Baru's shot through. Gagamaru couldn't stop that one either, and it's a goal for Ubers. They are tied in score now. Who is going to be the winning team? The 3-minute star change system has elapsed now, as both teams have to leave the field and make their substitutions. Sendao is going back in for the Ubers team. Noel Noah asks Corona if he can still run, but he's still in pain, so he's planning to put Kiora Jin in the game. But Isagi is counteracting that as he's telling Noah that if they do that, they won't win the game. He wants Hiyori on the field so that he can truly become the game's hero. Noel Noah argues against that, though, as he won't accept such a childish and emotionally driven argument. Hiyori begs Noel Noah to put him in the game now. He's fired up and ready to go. And Noel Noah finally agrees, but if they fail, they will both be dropped from the starting lineup. He tells Kiora that he will put him in next time, and Hiyori thanks Isagi for picking him. The final kickoff is underway now. Who is going to get that final goal? Bastard Munchen has changed their formation to a 4-1-3-2, and Kaiser runs off with the ball. Baru is rushing up to Kaiser, and Uber's formation is 3-1-2-1 now. Kaiser passes the ball to Ness, of course, setting up another one, too. Ness jiggles with the ball and dribbles through Sendu and Drago in an S-shaped form. Ness passes the ball back to Kaiser through Drago and Baru. And Ness falls to the ground now as well. Kaiser runs up to the right side of the Ubers player and dashes up ahead again. Kaiser is dribbling ahead with the ball as we see his metavision in action. He dashes to Nico's left side and tries to shoot one at the top right corner of the net in between Aiku and Ryu. The lightning strike shot, but Lorenzo blocks it off with his head. The ball is high in the air again, and the person who gets that second ball is Oliver Aiku with his chameleon defense. The ball is going towards Abdul and Hiyori intercepts the ball. But Baru is pressing on him right now. He's literally helping the defense. And Nico is running up to the action, as well as Baru tries to keep Hiyori at bay. So Nico steals the ball again, but this time from Hiyori's leg instead of Isagi's. Baru is now going up the field again, and all the other Ubers players are pushing up as well. Drago is running alongside Nico. Nico passes the ball to Sendu, and Hiyori is feeling in the zone. Isagi and Hiyori are pushing up, and Sendu passes the ball to Baru. Mencia tries to deny his efforts, but Baru traps the ball. Isagi moves up to Baru now, and Hiyori gets in the flow state as he activates metavision. Nico traps the ball upwards for Lorenzo to feast on. It's a loose ball now as Kaiser and Isagi are pushing up as well, but Lorenzo gets there first and passes the ball to Baru. Hiyori makes a sliding tackle and stops the ball from getting to Baru. Isagi is praising Hiyori for his efforts, and they both move up swiftly now, as Hiyori gets past Sendao with a right turn roulette. Hiyori is passing to his right now. Isagi got the ball, and they're moving past Nico. Isagi passes the ball back to Hiyori with their 1-2, and Hiyori passes to Yukimiya, making it a triangle. Yukimiya passes to Isagi, and Isagi passes to Hiyori. Hiyori dribbles in front of those two Ubers players. He gets past and sees Isagi with his metavision. Hiyori passes the ball now. Their efforts are paying off. Isagi gets into a shooting stance as he's sandwiched by Don Lorenzo and Aiku. But it was merely a fake as he traps the ball upwards. It's going in a nice curve past the Ubers defenders. But Kaiser is not letting that slide as he's pushing up in order to steal Isagi's shot. He's planning to steal the ball mid-air, and they now both shoot at the same time. But Baru blocks it off as they both fall to the ground. The ball is soaring high up in the air again. Time for the second rebound. Which egoist gets the final spotlight? Aiku headbutts the ball towards the ground now, away from Kunigami. It was meant for Oliver Aiku, as both him and Michael Kaiser battle it out for the ball. But Isagi gets in between them and taps the ball away. Hiyori takes a huge step and gets to the ball. Isagi wants to push up with him once again. As he's moving up the field, he's remembering his parents and the expectations they've put on him. But ego tells him to shoot the ball instead of assisting Isagi because that's what a striker is about. Isagi is telling Hiyori to look at him as Hiyori is debating to himself about the right choice. So he dashes forward now and got past Nico. He gets in his shooting stance as he starts to believe in himself. And he shoots the ball. Is this shot going to go in? It gets past Isagi, and it also gets through Kaiser and Lorenzo, who are duking it out up there. But Sendao is there to intercept that shot. He went defending as well, just like Baru. As he starts to get in a stance to save the shot, he taps it with the tip of his shoe. It hits the crossbar, bounces to the ground, and bounces out. That's Sendao's super save for you. Hiyori is in a state of confusion now, but Isagi has latched onto something. That shot gave him a hint to the missing piece. The ball is up in the air again. It's going to be the third rebound after the final kickoff. Aiku traps the ball with his chest, and Hiyori declares to be done with football. But Isagi has none of that as he's telling him to push up one more time. Aiku has the ball as Ubers are moving up in their counterattack. Isagi runs up as he says, "Don't look and don't even think. Go crazy and surpass our wildest imaginations instinctively." Reflexively, as he's drooling out of his mouth, as Nico is passing the ball away now. The other guy passes to Sendao, and Sendu passes to Kaiser in their triangle formation in order to crush the bastard Munchen players. And Hiyori wants to meet Isagi's expectations, unlike their parents, because Isagi's expectations are based on the things you can change and not the human side. Isagi goes for a sliding tackle, but Lorenzo managed to get the ball off in time. Yukimiya senses danger, and Baru traps the ball. Now Raichi is being pressed by him. He's giving Baru a run for his money. Baru pushes both Raichi and Yukimiya away as he goes for a shot. but Kunigami has sensed that and saves the ball with his left leg. Gagamaru has caught the ball and throws it out again, telling his teammates to finish the game already. Hiyori traps that ball perfectly. It's time for a counterattack. This will be his last attack. Will one of these egoists score the winning goal? Hiyori is about to trap the ball now as Lorenzo is waiting patiently to intercept it. Nico pushes up as Hiyori as the ball gets down to his feet. The zombie defender Lorenzo pushes up as well now. It's a sandwich to crush Hiyori. But Hiyori taps the ball up and taps the ball away with his back heel. Nico and Lorenzo have got outplayed. As Hiyori is swiftly moving into Lorenzo's blind spot, that back heel tap was meant as a pass for isagiyoichi, as he tells Hiyori to keep up. They get past Lorenzo and Nico now, tiki-taka football style. Hiyori gets in front of Perron, and Isagi passes the ball to Hiyori, as he does a roulette to his left and gets past Perron. He juggles with the ball on his right foot a bit as he gets in front of Abdi. Isagi gets into Abdi's blind spot, and Hiyori passes the ball through Abdi's legs in response. Isagi traps the ball as Hiyori is pondering about the feeling that he's having. He wants to see if isagiyoichi is the real deal as Isagi passes the ball to Hiyori. Hiyori has probably never had intense concentration like this before in his football career. And as he traps the ball, he has some sort of glass aura around him. Those are the memories of his past. He passes the ball to Isagi, and Isagi passes the ball to Yukimiya. Yukimiya is standing in front of Drago as he passes the ball upfield. Just 38 meters left to the goal. Hiyori gets in the metavision trance as he's moving upfield with the ball. Isagi is tightly marked by Aiku and this other guy, but he stops in front of them instead of trying to lose their marks. He emanates an intense aura that's pretty much asking Hiyori to pass the ball. Isagi has a plan. Isagi's aura is more intense than it's ever been. Hiyori moves up as he tells himself that he will become the center of the world. Hiyori is running up the field with Kunigami alongside him, and the climax is finally here. Nico rushes up to Hiyori, telling him that they'll crush him here. The zombie Don Lorenzo is also rushing up, aiming for a sandwich. Kaiser is running up to Isagi with the intention of destroying him. Hiyori deftly handles the ball as he attempts to evade Nico. He slides to the left, but Nico keeps up with him, opening a pass route. Hiyori is gearing up to shoot it himself as Don Lorenzo tries to rush him again. However, Hiyori fakes it, flicking the ball upwards while Lorenzo misses his sliding tackle. Next in line to stop this is the egoist Baru Shoei, who seems to have fallen in love with defense. He believes that the route to scoring is sealed off. But Hiyori had planned to pass to Isagi from the start, envisioning Isagi scoring the final goal. So, Isagi rushes past Ryu into the penalty area, and Hiyori prepares a pass. They aren't even looking at each other as their concentration is higher than ever. Hiyori sends the ball inside the penalty area. Of course, it's going to the egoist isagiyoichi. Aiku and Ryu can't stop him. Isagi doesn't even look at the ball as it spins right above his head. He momentarily stops moving, getting into his shooting stance. And he shoots the ball without it even touching the ground, and without even looking most of the time. And it's in the net. Isagi has scored the final goal in the Neo Egoist League. Isagi and Hiyori celebrate this impressive victory with each other as they should. Kaiser has been completely crushed by the egoist isagiyoichi. If you resonate with my content, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. I'm out. Peace.